Before we get into the substance, let me say this clearly. If you value deep, well-researched wartime history and real-world survival lessons that still matter today, subscribe to the channel right now and leave a comment as you watch. This channel is built for serious historians and survival-minded thinkers, and your engagement helps keep this level of analysis alive. Now, let's begin properly. When people think of World War II communications, they almost always jump straight to radios, encryption machines, and code breakers hunched over humming devices. That focus misses a deeper and, in many ways, more impressive story. Radio signals could be intercepted, jammed, triangulated, or silenced. Batteries failed, antennas snapped, operators were killed, and yet armies, resistance cells and intelligence networks continued to pass orders, warnings, and strategic information under constant pressure. What kept them alive were communication systems that required no electricity, no detectable signal, and often no technology at all. These methods were not primitive stopgaps. They were carefully engineered systems built for survival under total surveillance. Understanding them gives us rare insight into how humans adapt communication when everything modern is stripped away. Why low-tech communication became essential rather than optional during World War II. By 1941, every major power understood that radio was a double-edged sword. Transmitting even a short message risked revealing position, unit strength, and operational intent. German direction-finding units could locate a radio operator within minutes. Allied bombers carried radio silence orders for entire missions. Resistance groups learned quickly that, one careless transmission could doom an entire network. Low-tech methods offered something radio never could: deniability. A message carried by hand, hidden in plain sight, or embedded in routine behavior, left no electromagnetic trace. From a survival perspective, this meant communication could continue even when surrounded, occupied, or hunted. For modern survivalists, the lesson is clear. Any resilient communication system must assume detection and failure, and must function without power infrastructure or visibility. How dead drops evolved into precise rule-based communication systems. Dead drops are often described casually as hiding places for messages, but during the Second World War they were highly regulated systems with strict operational discipline. A dead drop was never just a location. It was part of a timed process involving signals, counter-signals, and fallback rules. Resistance couriers in occupied France might use a loose brick in a wall or, a hollow tree, but the real intelligence lay in the procedures. A chalk mark on a lamppost signalled that the drop was active. A torn poster corner indicated compromise. If the message was not collected within a fixed window, the sender assumed arrest and, burned all related materials. This eliminated the need for direct contact and honestly, drastically reduced exposure. Applied today, this teaches a survival communication principle. Never rely on one point of contact. Create indirect exchanges with clear time limits and predefined failure responses, whether you're coordinating with a group during civil disruption or operating in remote environments with limited trust. How microdots turned entire reports into invisible intelligence. One of the most technically elegant low-tech breakthroughs of the war was the microdot. German intelligence perfected a process that reduced full pages of typed text into dots smaller than a pinhead, photographically embedded into punctuation marks on ordinary letters. A period at the end of a sentence could contain a full intelligence report. To anyone intercepting the mail, it was, well, just meaningless civilian correspondence. The brilliance here was not just miniaturization, but camouflage. The message did not look hidden. In fact, it looked boring. For historians, microdots really demonstrate how concealment often works best when it avoids secrecy aesthetics altogether. For modern application, the lesson is about information density and, misdirection. Sensitive data does not need dramatic hiding places. It can be embedded into routine formats, whether that means disguising notes within innocuous documents or blending signals into everyday actions that raise no suspicion. Despite technological advances, the most reliable communication system of the Second World War was still, human legs and human memory. Couriers carried messages across borders, through forests, over mountains, and into besieged cities. What made them effective was not bravery alone, but training. Many couriers memorized entire messages and, remarkably, carried nothing physical at all. Visual communication systems flourished wherever silence was required. Semaphore flags, hand signals, shuttered lamps, and even laundry hung in specific patterns were used to transmit information. In occupied cities, resistance members signaled the presence of German patrols using subtle gestures or object placement that looked entirely normal to outsiders. What ties all these systems together is not nostalgia, but design philosophy. Second World War low-tech communication was built on redundancy, invisibility, and human adaptability. It assumed failure and planned around it. In a world increasingly dependent on fragile digital networks. These lessons are not academic, they are practical. History shows us that when infrastructure collapses or surveillance becomes overwhelming, the most durable systems are the simplest ones, refined by discipline rather than gadgets. If this analysis added something new to your understanding of wartime history and survival communication, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others who care about serious historical study, and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. This channel exists to keep deep, useful history alive, and your support makes that possible.